it's okay. But when you're fighting someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo.
You're not going to beat Canelo until somehow over a long period of time Canelo beats.
During a heated press conference, Canelo Alvarez dismissed Terence Crawford's chances, claiming Crawford isn't on his level. He criticized fighters who aim only to survive 12 rounds, saying such cautious approaches create dull, disappointing fights for fans craving excitement. Canelo stressed that he values competitive matchups that deliver real action. Former world champion Kell Brook, who has faced both Crawford and Gennady Golovkin, weighed in on the potential bout. Brook warned that Crawford would be facing a completely different kind of opponent in Canelo. While Crawford is known for his speed and technical skill, Brook pointed out that Canelo's unique style, combined with his power, ring IQ, and tactical versatility, poses a far greater challenge. Unlike Crawford's previous opponents, Canelo brings a more dynamic threat, making this a true test for the undefeated American. Brook's comments underscore the belief that Crawford will need more than just skill to overcome Canelo.
It's a wow fight, It's two supreme athletes fighting against each other, but you've got to sway towards Canelo. Crawford's gonna have to, move up, and I knew when I boxed Golovkin, there's a big difference, especially with someone that, fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion's it's okay. But when you're fighting someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo, but, Crawford's very, very, very good.
Do you think Crawford's still got the legs? Obviously, he's very much got great IQ.
Brook emphasized that Canelo's capacity to change tactics in the middle of a bout and physically enforce his will makes the battle difficult for any boxer. In preparation, Brook stated his opinion that considering these advantageous matches to Canelo's style, the warning to Crawford was clear. This is not the same kind of opponent he has fought previously. Canelo is a strong, flexible fighter who demands a new mentality.
Still got the legs to be maybe outmoving Canelo if he needs to.
Well, I don't know. I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more, he kind of sets his feet. And he's cute with how he approaches. Chucking shots and moving, I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. Both unbelievable fighters, but I'd have to favour Canelo. Just his size and his experience. And just his ring generalship, he's got confidence, he's big.
Veteran commentator Jim Lampley has expressed strong confidence in Canelo Alvarez defeating Terence Crawford. While acknowledging Crawford's exceptional talent and impressive record, Lampley believes Canelo's edge lies in his experience, physical strength, and mental toughness. Having faced and beaten elite opponents across multiple weight divisions, Canelo's resume stands as a testament to his versatility. Lampley emphasized Canelo's high ring IQ and his ability to control the pace and space of a fight, which he views as crucial against a dynamic fighter like Crawford. He also highlighted Canelo's defensive skills and counter-punching ability as key tools to neutralize Crawford's offense. According to Lampley, Canelo's well-rounded skill set and strategic mastery give him a clear advantage, making him a strong favorite in a potential showdown with Crawford.
He's a great defender. He has the most solid punch resistance of anybody in the sport. Nobody's ever knocked him off balance. Nobody's ever really knocked him down. There's only one official knockdown in his career, and it was because he bounced off the ropes when Jose Cotto hit him with a hard shot to the chest. And the referee employed a strict interpretation of the rules and said, oh, the ropes held you up, so that's a knockdown. He's never been put on his back by anybody. He rides horseback every morning. His legs are the strongest in the sport. You're not going to beat Canelo until somehow over a long period of time Canelo beats himself. If he gets tired of all the discipline he has had to employ to make all the money he's made, if he has enough giant ranches in the Yucatan, if he has enough beautiful horses, if he has had enough unforgettable dinners with Mexican billionaires in Mexico City and Vegas, then maybe. But my guess is he will retire without incurring another loss because it's important to him to do that.
Which implies you like him against Bud Crawford.
I do like him against Bud Crawford, but I do think that it's a great fight. Now, I could change my mind when we get closer. Bud Crawford, to me, is a latter-day Sugar Ray Robinson. He has the multiple skills of Sugar Ray Robinson. He can defend or attack. He has a deep inner mean streak that he can employ at any moment in a fight to get what he wants. Before the fight against, help me out here,
Madrimov was his last fight. Spence?
Spence.
Yes.
Before the fight against Errol Spence, there were quite a lot of people in the sport, in boxing media, who were saying, I like Spence to win the fight. I was one of those people who said, no way. Errol Spence doesn't have the...
Terence. Crawford's career highlights his exceptional talent, showcasing elite boxing skills, power, and adaptability that have earned him a place among the sport's best. However, there's a paradox in how he's perceived. Within boxing circles, his technical brilliance and tactical intelligence are highly respected, yet many casual fans overlook these qualities, favoring more aggressive, flashy styles. Crawford's approach is rooted in calculated precision, mixing defense, sharp counters, and strategic pressure. While undeniably effective, his methodical style can lack the explosive action that some viewers seek, leading to criticism that his fights aren't always exciting. This gap between technical excellence and entertainment value often results in a lack of broader appreciation for Crawford's abilities. Despite this, his mastery in the ring remains undeniable to those who truly understand the sport.
Crawford, on the other hand, he has been walking down his fighters, and people don't see that but me. For some reason, when I had that tape, people were screaming cat. And it's like David Ebenezer, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Gamboa, a meme machine. Even against Madrimov, the way he won the fight was by fighting. It wasn't Floyd Mayweather sticking. This guy has been too athletically gifted, and I mean explosive, hard punching, and too strong for his ops. When he's in orthodox, he boxes more. When he switches, he becomes a puncher. And now he's coming out southpaw. He ends you. He is not, you gotta watch him fight. He does do athletic things where his hands and his feet work together, and he catches you for sure. But what he mostly do is he punishes and he bullies his op, because he walks you down and whips your ass.
Boxing analyst Bomac acknowledges Canelo Alvarez's elite status, but emphasizes Terence Crawford's superior technical skills. While Canelo brings power, experience, and a proven track record, Bomac believes Crawford's precision, speed, and ring IQ give him the edge. He highlights Crawford's intense motivation and consistent mental sharpness, noting how his focus and preparation have been key to his success. According to Bomac, Crawford's ability to dictate pace and outthink opponents could be decisive, especially if he sticks to a strategic game plan. While Canelo remains a dangerous adversary due to his power and durability, Crawford's refined skill set and tactical discipline might tip the scales. Rather than a brute force showdown, Bomac anticipates a high-level tactical chess match where Crawford's technical prowess could neutralize Canelo's strengths and lead to victory.
Canelo Alvarez. It was interesting to see the comments from Canelo on how he sort of assessed Bud Crawford's career. I almost feel after the Spence fight that was like an exclamation point on everything he's done, maybe from the critics who never gave him credit. But it almost seems like Canelo was downplaying his achievements. What do you make of that? Is that to build a fight? Because it sells itself.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think Crawford rebuttal was everybody always say he hasn't fought nobody, or no everybody that he fought was a no name. But I'm gonna tell you like this, what Crawford said, well, they was something until Crawford fought him. So obviously he's doing a great job because he's making everybody look normal.
Not everyone, like when they go against Canelo, I don't think there's anyone else in boxing who you would ask and say this is a possible task for. But for Crawford, because of his pound for pound abilities, and apparently no rehydration clause, am I hearing that right? He wants full smoke at that weight.
Let's go, man. That's what Crawford wants. He wants to show the world that he's the best. So, hey, why put stipulations in there when you know that you can be the best? So let's go test ourselves.
Look, I appreciate you taking this time. We don't get to speak all the time, so it's good to get you over here, and maybe we'll catch up later in fight week, but I appreciate you. Thank you.
Prior to the fight, Canelo Alvarez's business manager, who is well known for overseeing one of boxing's most lucrative careers, made important statements regarding Canelo's physical advantages.
I hope that Crawford didn't get any ideas from Skull. I don't think he did. I think Crawford is a hell of a fighter, and it's going to be a hell of a fight.
How does weight play a part in that fight?
Oh, what?
How does weight play a part in that fight, do you feel? Weight. The size difference.
Oh, no, I don't think that, that doesn't, like you saw today, the guy was like, I don't know how much taller. It didn't really play into it either. But Crawford is a hell of a fighter. And you saw today when they did the face-off in the ring, they're virtually height-wise, they are virtually the same. Crawford might even be a little bit taller. But when you look at Canelo, the way he's built, his legs, his shoulders, his neck, that is why he's never been hurt. And he's never been hurt fighting fighters at a substantially higher weight, substantially bigger than him, and they still couldn't hurt him.
Yeah.
And then you look at Crawford, who is a smaller guy, is moving up 2 weight classes, tried at 154, barely won, couldn't hurt Madrimov, and now he's going to go against the guy with the best chin in the sport. That's why probably odds maker have Canelo as a favorite. But having said all of that, Crawford is just a hell of a fighter. I was there when he fought, I was ringside when he fought.
Canelo's physique is uniquely built to withstand punishment and avoid damage, which sets him apart from many fighters in the sport, manager Crawford emphasized.
The way he just totally neutralized Spence's strengths was absolutely, it was breathtaking to watch this. So Crawford is a very skilled fighter, very smart fighter, but again, he's never fought anybody like Canelo. You look at Canelo's resume. Canelo fought, now it's 21 former or current world champions. There's only 2 fighters in the history of boxing who have more than that. One of them is Floyd Mayweather with 24, and the other one is Manny Pacquiao with 23. And he's the only active fighter who fought so many world champions. So I think experience will play a big factor as well. You look at Canelo's resume, but it is, I think, the biggest fight that can be made. I think it's the biggest fight the sport has seen going back to as long as I can remember. I think it's just simple. And I've done some big fights with Floyd Mayweather, and I did Floyd Mayweather and Canelo. I promoted that, so I think this one is big.
How is Terence Crawford going to beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there. Why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. Well, both can have a bit of similarities. The speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement. It's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan, come into a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo. But that's very, very, very unlikely. Damn near impossible.